Chairman Gates, Judge Shepard on behalf of the Texas Public Policy Foundation. As always, I will clarify for the record, judge's name, not a title. As mentioned earlier, Texas is growing. One of the tools the legislator has given local governments to help pay for the growth is the impact fee, a one-time charge on new development meant to fund capital improvements and development requires. Under Chapter 395 local government code, cities can only levy these things for 4 things. That would be water, wastewater, drainage, and roads. The idea, often summarized as growth pays for growth, is to shift costs away from existing taxpayers and onto the new development, creating the demand. This idea, or that premise, is not unreasonable, with the alternative being, general obligation bonds as a property tax for all taxpayers in the jurisdiction. But the committee should also weigh the real trade-off. The impact fees vary by city, municipality by municipality. And I believe it was on the literature I've given you all, the 5th page, starts with effects of housing. There was a report done in 2022 by the Austin Board of Realtors and the Home Builders Association of Greater Austin. And they looked at, total development fees per unit of the 5 major metros of Central Texas. Those ranged from $4,800 to about $18,000 in total development fee per unit. Now that $18,000 on the higher end, that was the city of Austin's per unit development fee for single family residents. If you break that down, though, $7,200 of that is going to be your water and wastewater. So essentially, what you kind of have to take a look at, so that $7,200 value of your impact fee for water and wastewater, when you put that against, to say, a $750,000 house, it's minuscule. However, whenever you look at, smaller, kind of more starter home types that we would like to see supply increase here, I mean, that $7,200 on a $250,000 to $300,000 house, that becomes a 3%, of the total value. That is a 3% price increase that is basically going to be passed on to buyers and renters. And so essentially, and I think you were kind of getting at this earlier, Chairman, people who do not, already existing homeowners and homes that do not have to pay the impact fee do get a sort of a windfall, because in that situation that I mentioned before, so that fee, that 3% price increase due directly to the impact fees. If I live across the street, if my house is right here, if there's new development across the street from me, they pay those fees, the homeowners come in and buy. That gets market sales in that area, therefore my appraisal may go up. And out there, if I'm an existing property owner and have to pay that, I get a windfall because my house increases in value, but I had to put nothing in. And so therefore, basically, the legislature should, y'all did take meaningful steps with SB 1883, and I applaud y'all for the transparency, independent audits and limits on how the fees can be raised. However, impact fees are not inherently good or bad. Their value depends entirely on whether they're implemented with safeguards, transparency, and restraint, so that funding growth doesn't come with the cost of housing affordability. And I look forward to any questions you have, and thank you.